You've wanted to come here for quite a long time now.
Years.
I find it so inspiring being here. And so today in this video, what we're going to do is just show you around a little bit, but actually have a really deep dive into what's new for 2026 and what are the best bikes, why they're the best bikes, focusing on cargo, focusing on the new Charger, everything. So we're going to be meeting Felix, the head of development for Riese Müller, in a bit to have a real in-depth dive to technical stuff and what makes which bikes different and who's for what bike, and it's very exciting. And today we are showing you, for me and for Fully Charged, the most exciting, the most popular bike in our range, and what's new about it, these new exciting colors. And also we're going to be comparing it against the MULTICHARGER in a sec, because the MULTICHARGER, I feel, does not get enough credit in the UK. It does very well in other markets though.
Yes, definitely.
Like
definitely.
Paris, for example, it's
Yes.
huge. When I've been to Paris, I've seen so many of them.
Yes.
And then obviously here in Germany, MULTICHARGER is very successful.
Yeah, but also the MULTITINKER, and I think there are probably different target groups.
Yeah.
And maybe today we can figure out what's the right bike for the right people.
Perfect.
So we can dive into the details if you want to.
Yes, great. So we're just going to quickly show you so you know what we're talking about, the MULTICHARGER, which is here, and the MULTICHARGER. So we're on the third generation of the MULTICHARGER now, yeah?
Yes, that's correct.
And then back to what we were looking at before, the MULTITINKER, that's the second generation now.
That's correct. Right.
So, I mean, tell us what you feel are the main differences in these bikes.
I mean, if you're looking at the MULTICHARGER, it's more like a regular, like a standard bike.
Yeah.
Also talking about the wheelbase. So
Yeah.
when we created this bike back in the days, we were just thinking about how can we create a bike that is from the overall dimensions like a Charger, but has more capacity to carry children or to carry other cargo loads.
Yeah.
That was the main intention. So the focus was not to build up a family bike, because at that time we had the Load very successful and the Paxa 60, Paxa 80 at that time. And we were just thinking, okay, for people not having enough space in their garage or somewhere else to store a bike, how can we offer them a good bike that is capable of carrying cargo and children?
And the word multi, that's when that was born. And multi basically in Riese Müller language means a long back that can do multiple things.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is derived from a Charger, and it has a long back.
Yes.
And that's before longtail really became a big thing.
Yeah, so years ago, I think Riese Müller started already with a Transporter, which was a long-tail bike, really long-tail bike, and it was not that successful. I think the time was not right. Then we started to offer a bike that is really convenient to handle with the MULTICHARGER, and then the MULTICHARGER became successful. And
so
the
this
first
is
successful long-tail or mid-tail bike in the market.
Yes. Okay. Fine. So this is over 10 years ago, and that's, I think, another thing that really separates Riese Müller from a lot of these new brands that we see out there that are sometimes startups or supermarket brands that are adapting and copying and making their own version, which, you know, like, no, I'm not hating on the players. It's just like, let's just understand what separates Riese Müller from these other brands that are out there. Yeah, I mean, you can see there's well over 10 years of innovation on just passenger carrying bikes. But yeah, so going back to the bike, so the MULTICHARGER 3. So this has, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's obviously very new to me as well, and you've been working on these bikes for years. So the big difference in the 3 and the 2, so the new version, is it has the 100 Nm motor.
Yes, right.
That's the biggest difference. So that will give you more assistance, more power, and it's actually not just about that. It's about the kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't feel like you're connected to a machine.
Yes.
It feels for me very,
Natural.
very free and very, very natural. It's so refined and advanced that it actually, you don't really notice the motor that much. You just feel like you're a bit of a superhuman. It's very quiet, you know, and it freewheels extremely nicely. So I'm a huge fan of it, especially for cargo when you are carrying two young kids or an adult on the back. It is awesome. So that's the biggest change. Then obviously the batteries now come slightly bigger as well. So they come up to, is it?
Here we have 750 still,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's the same
the maximum,
range.
yeah.
Yeah, we had in the past. But as you said, the drive unit with 100 Newton meters that can be upgraded by the end customer itself,
Yeah.
is really amazing.
Yeah,
And even for the speed pedelec version,
Yeah.
you can reach the 45 kilometers per hour, which is 28 miles per hour.
Yeah, which
really
is very
fast and
fast.
easy.
Yeah, and this also has the roll-off gearing, which is with the new ergonomic shifter. I mean, this really is as good as it gets. You can't really beat this. This setup. So what else is new? It's got these nice new colors. So you can see here, this is called Desert. Is that right?
The new color is Desert.
Yeah,
Right?
and then there's also petrol, which is from before as well. Yeah, they did that.
Yes, right.
Traditionally.
Utility grade.
So is there anything else that I've missed there that's new on the 3?
ABS option is available, and prevents the front wheel from blocking.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing on a long tail, because if you have load on a long tail bike, then it probably does not tend to lift the rear wheel. But blocking of the front wheel could be an issue during autumn or winter time.
Over a slippery drain pipe or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of it. It's not that different apart from those technologies. The frame is the same.
The
components are pretty much the same apart from the motor.
Right.
Okay, cool. So going back to the kind of difference in between multi-charger and multi-tinker. I mean, multi-tinker has been much more popular for us because it has the slightly longer back as well. But I mean, who is this bike for? We've already touched on the fact that it's for someone that wants really a normal bike. Now you can have this without this system. This is called the safety bar kit. You can just have it with the passenger kit, which is literally just this and a little mini handlebar here, which is better for older kids or adults or that combination. Personally for me, if my kids were, they are, 6 and 8, I don't personally think they need this anymore. I think it's kind of like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you get to about 6, happy to take that off, unless they're really naughty. The other thing is it does have a slightly lower weight limit and a smaller footprint on the back. Yeah,
and I think the main question the end customer has to ask himself, what do I really need?
Yeah.
If I do have 2 children, then for sure, please go to the multi-tinker.
Yeah, 2 young children regularly on the bike.
Yes.
This isn't the bike.
No.
If this is a second bike or a second cargo bike or a bike to go to work in that you occasionally pick the kids up, then it's great. For me personally, I'm going to go for one of these this year because I can take one of them to the other side of London if I needed to on the back. And that's great for me as like a kind of like tender vehicle, as a second bike that I can ride to work every day, occasionally pick up the kids. That's what this bike is for.
Right. So myself, only one daughter.
Yeah.
I have a multi-charger, and that's perfect because I can use it by myself, or I can just pick her up at the school or kindergarten in the past, and she just jumps on the bike and we can go. But if you have like 2 small children that have to be carried in a child seat, then the space is limited. There are child seats available in the market that are able to be placed, but it's not comfortable for the kids. And you see that the wheel center is here, and then the position of the second child seat is here in the back. And especially for riders with less weight, like light women or men, it's hard to handle the bike
when there's too much weight on the back.
If there's too much weight on the back, and that's why we recommend to have 1 kit, perfect. Sometimes 2, and you are able to handle. Then that's fine. That's the bike to go. If you want it as a family cargo bike, please choose multi-tinker.
So let's bring the multi-tinker back. But before we do that, there is one other USP about this bike, which I absolutely love. Now, this little section here, you can just lift it up. There is a little bit of Velcro that just straps that down like so. and then you can dock the wheel of a kid's bike in here and just strap this part onto the frame very easily, and it will tow the bike very safely. So if you have, again, like maybe 2 kids and 1 kid's riding and he gets a bit tired, or I don't know, has a little moment, you can easily just dock that bike on the back and carry the kids. And that is a big selling point of this bike, which is great.
Please do not leave the kid on the kid's bike.
Exactly.
Put them into the safety bar kit.
Cool, so let's bring the Multi-Tinker back. So for what most of you have been waiting for, the new Multi-Tinker, let's have a proper deep dive on that. Let's go technical, let's talk all about it. So first of all, let's talk about aesthetics and how it looks. So this new color for me is hot, excuse the pun. The other colors are olive, which we can see here. Then the standard colors, which are petrol white and
utility gray.
Yeah. And the utility gray you can still have with the curry kind of accent.
Carrots,
yeah. So 2 new very exciting colors. Then obviously what we were talking about before with the 100 Nm motor, so more power, smoother, easier to push past the 15.5 mile/hour limit, because this one you can't have in HS. And but yeah, you can easily push past on the Gen 5 to 20 miles an hour, no problem, and it's a nice little workout. You know, like the controlled exercise element of these bikes is great as well. It's being able to turn it up and turn it down, but this is all Bosch stuff that's just most people know about. But if you don't know, don't ever buy a cargo bike unless it's Bosch, basically, because they have this cargo line motor which has had about a 2,000 person team working on it from Bosch for over 10 years, producing the best motors on the market with the best batteries. And we just wouldn't, personally as fully charged, we would not recommend a cargo bike that is not Bosch. And then obviously you've got a bunch of different cargo bikes out there, but Riese Müller is way ahead of the game. They are one of the only manufacturers that are producing longtail with 100 Nm, but also with the level of engineering you've got.
Yeah, so I think one thing you forgot to mention, which is kind of outstanding, that we offer the 100 Nm also with the Enviolo gear hub and the belt. So there are not so many bikes in the market at the moment that offer the belt with the Enviolo gear hub, with the option to upgrade to 100 Nm.
Exactly.
So you have a very clean drivetrain. Don't worry about your trousers and
or oiling the chain. And it's, for me, it's so smooth. I mean, having the kids on the back, you know, and being able to shift from high to low at standstill and being able to shift through the gears so smoothly that there's no jerkiness, that you just know exactly where you are. For people that test ride it, the first few minutes is normally like a bit like, oh God, this is a bit alien. But after, normally for most people that have cycled and driven, maybe driven a manual car, whatever, it's like 1 to 2 minutes. But if it's not that, just give it another 10 minutes, because it is so good once you get used to it. Very, very low maintenance. I think is it 75,000 kilometers that Enviolo say that it is basically no maintenance for.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that surely says a lot of it. Okay, so what else is new?
So something from my perspective, what's quite nice is the new charge port.
Yeah.
So we have a new charge port cover that is rotating to open up the port itself.
Yeah.
And you can then afterwards use the Bosch range extender.
Yeah.
Because the battery itself has only 625 watt hours. But you can buy the range extender with additional 250 watt hours. You can put it or store it in the compartment that is between the seat tube and the rear wheel.
Yeah.
Just put it in there, and then you can connect it to the bike. And that's something that's not new at the Multitinker, but I think that's unique for this bike is the adjustable stem. So you can ride it with the whole family.
So you can push it out, or you can push it all the way back
tall
here.
People, small people, even
raise it up,
young
raise
adults.
It down. And also, I mean, another point is you can actually store it. So you can put it in the back of a vehicle, in a motorhome, you can put it in a corridor. If in your home, you can literally just turn it like this, if you needed a bit of extra room. So it's a very clever, safe design. And we've sold hundreds of these bikes and we've never had any issues with them. Obviously, you know, we do recommend that you get these bikes serviced annually. It is more like a car than a bike, and having someone that knows what they're doing with the correct ramps, you know, and you know, we have an extremely large service center in London Bridge, and this is so important when you're carrying around precious cargo. So that's just a little point I'd like to add there. And
talking again about the target group of this bike,
yeah,
as I said, it's for the whole family, like tall adults, small adults.
Yeah.
And here you see it's a larger carrier, a larger safety bar kit. So here you can easily assemble 2 child seats.
Yeah.
And then you should always take care of the weight balance, like the more heavy kit in the front and a lighter kit than in the back. So then it's easy for you to handle the bike.
Yeah, it's designed to maneuver perfectly like that. I mean, I have seen people carry a lot heavier items, I probably shouldn't say it Riese Müller, but I have seen customers that have used it with 3 kids and stuff, and obviously this isn't recommended, but they have been able to do that on those odd journeys. And I've regularly ridden with adults in the back, but the recommended limit is about 65, or is it 70? 75. So 65 on the MULTICHARGER, 75 on the MULTITINKER.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the safe German recommendation.
And you also have the possibility to attach a trailer.
Yeah.
So if you want to carry a dog, for example, as well, then you can put the dog into the trailer and 2 childs on the back. And with a MULTITINKER, you can also choose the passenger kit, which is the small handlebar.
Exactly. Again, for kids, probably 5 to 6 upwards.
So we recommend starting by 7 years.
Okay.
But it depends if there's if they are not that naughty, then probably you can do it earlier. But we recommend by starting with 7.
There's 2 different front rack options as well.
Yes.
This is called the cargo platform.
It's called cargo front carrier.
Cargo front carrier, and then the smaller one, which you can see here. I personally like the bigger one, and I think the more space you've got on these bikes, the better. School bags and stuff like that, just being able to strap them in quickly under there is just super useful. It's all about how quickly and unquickly you can mount the bike with the kids, making things as low stress as possible. What else is there? I mean, the compartment's great. Also, people put like little hip-lock DX1000s in there, or the Abbas anti-grinder lock. That's a great little space to put that. I've had quite a few customers that have mounted them onto the sides as well, so they can keep that space free for sunglasses, wallets, whatever you want to carry. I think we see most of our customers getting rid of their second cars, but a lot of them now are getting rid of their first cars for cargo bikes, especially in London. I mean, obviously outside of London, it's quite a big shout to completely get rid of your car, but this is really a 1 car replacement, let's call it that.
Maybe one additional topic, you mentioned already the cargo front carrier here. One benefit compared to the MULTICHARGER, where the cargo front carrier is available as well.
Yeah.
Here you have a lot of space between the handlebar. So if you want to put the backpack on here and have the kids in the back, then it's no problem here. If you want to do 2 backpacks on the MULTICHARGER, again, you will have a collision between handlebar and the backpacks.
There is obviously the bags that go on the back. And it's controversial, and some of the other manufacturers have done images with the kids putting their feet inside the bags when they're loaded, which I think is okay. I mean, it's probably not something that you guys would recommend, but if you do really have the need for carrying lots of sports equipment or whatever it is that you guys do as your activities, there is that functionality as well, let's call it, because I can't bear it when I see like people carrying like rucksacks and it's in the kid's face and they're on a normal bike with another kid sitting here in like a little aftermarket. It's just it kind of makes me crazy because it's unsafe. These are designed to do this job, and that's kind of one of the reasons why we want to make these videos, to make people aware of that. and point out the differences. And one more thing is here you can see the weatherproofing. Rich, take it away.
Yeah, so Riese Müller for 2020, late 2025, early 2026 have decided to bring out Darth Vader's helmet on a bicycle, which means that no matter the weather, the kids can be completely covered. So there's nice fidlock pieces on the back that just links in via a magnet and easily unclips to be able to maneuver the tent completely out of the way.
This makes it really easy to load the kids.
Yeah, which is easy access, straight in and covered. So you can also, if you're not needing the whole tent and you're not carrying the kids, there are 2 levers on the side to be able to fold the entire piece down. So if I can't see that side, but if you pull that one.
Done, yeah.
Yeah. So as far as putting it away for storage, when you haven't got the kids, if you've got like a lock-up, you can fold it away, good to go, locked up, safe, done.
But you can't actually take this off easily at home yourself.
No, no, it's a semi-permanent item for the winter.
Yeah.
And then it can be easily undone with an Allen key when the summer comes around and you're not using it. But in all honesty, even in the summer, there's still stuff flying in the air. So you can just roll up the sides and have it so there's nice air ventilation. You can roll up the back, so there's good air ventilation for the children, but they're covered from anything that's coming their way. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic extra that was needed, and now Riese Müller have it on both the MULTITINKER and the MULTICHARGER.
I think that's pretty good, like a pretty good overview of the Riese Müller MULTITINKER and MULTICHARGER. At Fully Charged, some of our own team that have worked in e-bike industry for 10 years plus ride these bikes with their kids. Let's bring the MULTICHARGER mixed day comfort in here. So this actually is probably the more popular one that you sell globally, yeah? And I would totally agree with that, because if you are having this, it's very difficult to do that, and it's very easy to do that. So the mixed stay, what that means is you don't have the closed top bar here, you have this semi-open design with these nice comfort bars. This bike is still available in HS, it is still available in roll-off, it is still available in Viola, and you can see here in GT Touring. And yeah, I'd say this is really should be a lot more popular in the UK, and we'd love you to come and try it, and we highly recommend them, so come and check them out. I think that's it for the MULTICHARGER MULTITINKER. And welcome to our HQ here in London Bridge. Here you will find our service centre, you'll find loads of e-bikes, including the whole Riese Müller family. Here you'll see all of their control tech bikes, their lightweight city bikes, step-free bikes, everything. We don't just have these demo bikes, we carry about 500 bikes in stock, and we have regular bikes arriving all the time. So unlike most dealers, with Riese Müller, we know we sell a lot of it and we know what we sell. So we have regular deliveries every single week, and you can see on our website our live stock tracker, what we have available today that we can ship anywhere in the UK, and we can also have you in store, come in, try it, and in a couple of days, the turnaround is normally a couple of days.
Yeah, so definitely jump on the website, book a test ride, especially on Fridays and Saturdays. You can book out an hour, hour and a half to come and try these bikes.
Hope you've enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments anything else you'd like to see. We're really quick to comment and support. You can get in touch via WhatsApp now as well. And yeah, we're just really happy to share our knowledge, these bikes, and genuinely see how it will hack and improve your life. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.